everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do simple granny square coasters. I've just used 3 rounds, 3 different colors on each round to create these bright, fun, end of summer coasters. They fit perfectly. You can use, this is a very big size mug, fits perfectly. You can use a smaller glass. They're great as gifts. Today I'm using a size 4 cotton, and I'm using cotton because of the fact that I'm making them into coasters. I like using cotton for outside projects, anything that is going to come into contact with heat, just because cotton tolerates heat. So if you have a hot cup of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, the cotton won't melt. It'll absorb the heat and tolerate the heat much better than an acrylic yarn would. But you can use acrylic as well, especially if you are going to make these into a blanket or some other project. But today we're going to do granny square coasters. I'm going to use a 5mm crochet hook, and like I said, size 4 cotton yarn. So let's get started with our coasters. Okay, so to start we're going to do a magic ring. So wrap the yarn around your fingers twice, put your hook under that first one, and grab the second piece of yarn and pull it up, and now you've got your ring. Hold your yarn just like that. We're going to chain 2. Actually, we're going to chain 3, and that will be our first double crochet. So chain 3, and that chain 3 will act as our first double crochet. So it'll be one of these in here. In the first round, every time we make one of these shells, we're going to chain 2 in between to create a corner. So the first round always has 4 corners right off the bat, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. So you're going to yarn over, and you're going to do a double crochet into the ring, yarn over, double crochet into the ring. Alright, so now we've got one shell made. So now we want to do our corner here. So we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets into the ring, alright. You can kind of tighten that up a little bit so you can see it's starting to form that corner. Now we're at another corner, so we're going to chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets into the ring, and I'm working over my tail just so I can pull it tight since it's a magic ring. Alright, so we've got 3 corners. We're at our last corner where we need to do another shell in here. So we chain 2, and then we're going to put our last shell, so another 3 double crochets into that ring. And if you're working with cotton, it is a little more stiff than working with acrylic yarn. So it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Alright, so now we've got to finish this corner where we started. So we're going to need to put in a two chains here. So chain 2, and then you're going to slip stitch to the top of the chain for the double crochet from the beginning. Pull your magic circle closed, and now you've got your little mini granny square, and this is the inside. And now we're going to fasten off. So pull a loop through, cut your yarn, pull that up, and we can join our next color. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my yellow yarn now for my second round. I'm going to put a slip stitch on my hook, and I'm just going to join it into any one of these chain 2 spaces in the corner. So I'll just go into this one. So you put your hook right through that corner space, draw up a loop there and pull it through to secure it. You can kind of pull your tails in to tighten it up. Okay, we're going to chain 3 again. And we're going to do 2 double crochets into that same space that we just joined in. And there's the start of our second round. So up here, we just have done those 3 here. So in between shells from the previous, if it's not a corner, you're just going to want to chain 1 to jump over to this next space. Now we're going to do 3 double crochets into this space. And now we're at another corner. So I'm going to chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets into that very same space. And these will give us our second row corners. So we finished that corner. Now we're going to chain 1 to jump to this next corner. And do 3 more double crochets. So each corner gets 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into that same corner space. Okay, so after that corner we need to jump over, so we're going to chain 1 and do 3 double crochets. And you can see how granny squares work up really quickly, and just it's amazing what the colors will do. Colors that you think do not go together, you put it into a granny square project and it just looks great. So you really can't go wrong with colors in a granny square. Alright, we're at our last jump here, so I'm going to chain 1 and do 3 more to finish this corner. 3 more double crochets. Chain 2 so we can make that corner, and then slip stitch right into the top of the last double crochet. Alright, fasten off, so we yarn over, pull up a loop, cut your yarn, pull it through, 2 rows done. Now we'll start our third color. Okay, so now I'm going to start my third color again. I'm just going to put a slip knot on my hook and join in any of the corner spaces. Any one of those corner spaces you can join in. Just join up here, get the tail out of the way, pull through. Alright, so now we're gonna chain 3 just like we did in the other rounds and do 2 more double crochets, and that creates our 3 double crochet shells. Alright, so now we're in between. We have to jump to this next space, so we're going to chain 1 and then do 3 double crochets into that next middle space. And you can really see how fast these granny squares grow, and they're really quick because it's only double crochets. Alright, so I chained 1 to jump to this corner. I'm going to do 3 double crochets into the corner, and then I'm going to chain 2. To get around that corner. And then 3 more double crochets into that same space to finish the corner. And then we just keep working around in the same way. Every time you need to jump, always chain 1, do your 3 double crochets, chain 1 to jump to the next space, 3 double crochets, chain 2 for the corner, and then 3 more double crochets into the same, chain 1 to jump, and just keep working around until you get back to the end. Alright, so we're back at the end. We're going to do our last 3 double crochets here. We're going to chain 2 to finish the corner and slip stitch into the top of the last double crochet where we started. And there we go. You can keep working, changing color, make it as big as you want, go as many rounds as you want. If you use a smaller hook, you may have to go a few more rounds to get it to the size that you want. So I'm going to fasten off. And all you have to do then is weave in your ends. weave in your ends. You can block it if you want. Sometimes cotton, if you're using cotton, you can kind of pull it and stretch it out a little bit and shape it that way. Maybe give it a little spray with some water and let it sit. Maybe pin it a little bit and let it sit. But you really shouldn't have to. They come out pretty square, and then you'll have you can make as many as you want, and you can have a set. And they look really cute on the coffee table. You can use them outside because they're cotton. They're perfect size. Yeah, cute little end of summer coasters. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to check out some of my other videos. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.